And the first outer bands of this storm have already brought a couple of stray showers to central Texas. We'll see more and more of that to come. The first tropical storm strength winds probably arriving as early as Saturday morning for us. The heaviest winds arriving Saturday evening and into Sunday, and the heaviest rain arriving on Sunday. As you can see, Harvey still holding strength. It's a Category 1 hurricane. Hasn't strengthened over the last several hours, but is anticipated to do so as it makes its steady jog off toward the north and west. Currently 85-mile-per-hour winds, northwest movement at 10 miles per hour. A few little adjustments in the latest National Hurricane Center official track. Still expected to strengthen into a major Category 3 hurricane before making landfall early on Saturday morning. Category 3, here's the 7 a.m. position. 115-mile-per-hour maximum sustained winds inland just near Rockport area. Pushing inland, though, and stalling, barely moving. Here's the position as a Category 1 hurricane on Saturday evening. Pushing just farther to the west in the 24-hour period, only pushing about 10 to 20 miles westward, stalled, 40-mile-per-hour winds, and then finally starting to make a jog east as we head toward Monday. Either way, we're talking about the entire 3-day period sitting and spinning and continuing to rain. So this is likely to be a life-threatening, devastating flood event for areas from Corpus up toward Matagorda Bay and even toward Houston, where eventually the storm system will be pushing toward the Galveston area. In the Austin area, we may see some heavy rain, but hopefully it will be spread out over a long enough period of time that we can accept it. At least through Saturday, despite seeing a few inches of rain potentially, I think we should be able to handle that. The big question mark is how much rain we will see, and if the system, as you can see some of the different computer model possibilities, if the system does indeed stay to our south and sit and spin, continuing to rain, I have a hunch the areas closest to I-10 may see some very impressive rainfall totals. We'll take a look at the latest computer models for you coming up in your full CBS Austin 7-day. And Harvey right now is only just over 200 miles away from the coastline in Corpus Christi, continuing to head northwest and expected to strengthen. New computer model information on how much rain we potentially could see here in the Austin area ahead in your CBS Austin 7-day.
Your Stormtracker weather with Chief Stormtracker meteorologist Chicago Windler.
As we take a live look outside, this is Padre Island down on the coast, and there have been some very heavy wind and lots of rain already trying to pull on just as those outer bands of Hurricane Harvey are moving toward the area. Now here at home, we're going to continue watching as temperatures, for whatever reason, by the way, my computer seems to be stuck. Temperatures are going to be cooler the next couple of days as a result of the outer bands of that storm pushing in, and I'm not sure why it's not going. Let's see if I can get this to fire up. It's kind of stuck in limbo. I think there we go. We've got progress. Tomorrow, we'll go with a 20% rain chance early, 30% by noon, and 50% chance as we head toward 4 o'clock. Not a big deal. If you've got travel plans tomorrow, you can still safely get to and fro, although the quicker you do so, the better off you'll be, because the weekend rain and wind, latest computer model has actually updated our high resolution computer model with some really impressive totals. Okay, here we are with Harvey. It's a Category 1 hurricane, maintaining strength as a 85-mile-per-hour maximum sustained wind storm, about 215 miles or so away from Corpus and continuing to track off toward the northwest. Here you can see those bands moving around, and the latest forecast tracks have been pretty consistent over the last several hours, keeping this storm as an intensifying, eventually major Category 3 storm pulling onshore somewhere northeast of Corpus Christi. The exact location, not the important part. The important part is the fact that over the course of time from Saturday morning through Saturday evening, Sunday evening through Monday evening, this storm might stall in one spot, dumping heavy, steady rain. And though we're not particularly in the core of this, we will see some of those outer rain bands continue to pull across our area. So unfortunately, the farther south you are, the more likely you're going to see some very heavy rain. Here's what I'm thinking right now, and then I'm going to show you some numbers that are quite a bit higher. 6 to 12 inches for the Austin area, highest totals to the south. Wind gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour. Strongest winds late Saturday, heaviest rain on Sunday. Tornado threat looking low. Our biggest impacts to the south and east. Okay, here's our future track computer model. This is key. Tomorrow morning, no issues for kids going to school. Lunchtime, no problem. Maybe a couple of rain bands late day. Doesn't look like a bad day tomorrow. Breezy by the end of the day, no big deal. Wake up on Saturday. first rain bands pulling in around 8 a.m. Scattered showers and storms possible throughout the day. Some pockets of heavy rain. Pride Parade looks like it gets heavier as we head through late night. Sunday, here's the morning, here's midday. Those reds are the heavy, steady rain bands basically locked in over our area. So how much rain could we potentially see out of this storm? Just checked this a little while ago. It has updated. It is very impressive, the numbers that it is painting. Let's wait for a second. It looked like it's taking its sweet time developing, but just a second ago when I looked at it, it was giving the Austin area in the order of 16 to 18 inches. And I'm thinking maybe because it's in the process of updating is why it hasn't quite popped up on the screen. I'll try and show you that in just a minute at the end of the show. In the meantime, CBS Austin News will be right back. And to make up for lost time earlier, here is the track of Hurricane Harvey likely to make landfall as a Category 3 hurricane early on Saturday morning. With this, we have tropical storm force winds possible. Bastrop, Fayette, as well as Caldwell counties under tropical storm warnings until further notice. At the same time, we have flash flood warnings that are in effect for the Austin area and I-35 corridor points east. This until Monday at 7 a.m. The stormfall totals that our latest high-resolution computer model is putting out are very impressive. Not set in stone. Notice very little to the north and west, 1.5 Mason, 2.7 Llano, but 16.5 Austin. And this is frightening. This is showing more than 2 feet possibly with Bastrop, Fayette County, as well as Caldwell County in that area, as well as San Marcos. Giddings about 10.6. A sharp cutoff, a lot changing, so I urge you to stay with us overnight tonight, tomorrow, and throughout this upcoming weekend. Meteorologist Nicole Hartford will be in tomorrow morning. Our new weekend meteorologist Avery Tomasco will be in tomorrow evening with me. We've got you covered. You can join me on Facebook Live after the show as well. You can see temperatures dropping as those thunderstorms are likely, those rain bands and the tropical storm force winds.